Good morning and welcome to Living Local 15. I'm Jessica Williams and happy hump day. We are halfway through the week and the weekend will be here before we know it. And today we are kicking off the show with some nail glam. Invent's Nail Spa joins me in studio to share some nail education to help you decide on the best nail style for you. You don't want to miss it. It's also Wealth Wednesday, and Foster Financial is here to share the difference between retirement accounts and non-qualified accounts. And later, we share some top-tested travel products. That and more happening now.
Fashion, food, and fun. You're watching Living Local 15 with your host, Jessica Williams.
This segment sponsored by Invent's Nail Spa. Getting your nails done can be a fun luxury, but sometimes intimidating for newbies. There are so many amazing options to choose from and new creative ways to make your nails pop. So today we are going to break down nail salon options and what is trending right now. Joining me is Nicole Evans, Assistant Manager at Invent's Nail Spa at Jefferson Point. Hi, Nicole.
Hi, it's
welcome.
Nice to see you.
It's nice to see you too. So I'm so excited that you're here to break down the fun elements of getting your nails done.
Yes.
As you all know, I love getting my nails done. I go to Invent's Nail Spa and they make my nails look amazing. So let's talk about just the basics of where someone can start when they're getting their nails done, which is a manicure.
Yes. You want to start with a basic manicure. So they take care of your cuticles around the nail. Mm-hmm. You choose between regular polish or gel polish. Mm-hmm. Gel polish obviously is the best option because that's going to stay longer and it's much stronger.
Yes.
And there are, a lot of color options, a lot of design work.
Right, so many color options. And the best thing really with a manicure is the fact that you're able just to soak and really treat and nourish your cuticle, like you said, and your nail beds. Yes. Because we have to take care of these.
You do. It's very important for the health of your hands, your nails, and makes it look much better.
Right.
Yes.
And for my experience, it's also very relaxing because usually there's a massage that goes into it.
Yeah, you get the lotion and the massage, and it's very nice. It's a very nice treatment you can do for yourself.
Yes, and you all offer 4 different types of manicures, correct?
We have a regular polish manicure. We have a spa manicure, which includes the massaging and the lotion. You choose regular polish, gel polish, and that also leads us into the dip manicure, which is our most popular.
Okay, yeah, so let's talk about that. So as we are getting first the nourishment and treatment, there's 3 advanced options. So someone can get gel, dip, or acrylics, yes. So let's start with gel. Let's dive into that one because that one has become so trendy because it really does allow for people to keep their own nails if they don't want an extension.
Yeah,
so
if you don't like the idea of a fake nail, an extension, it's a little more harsh, then, just polish. So gel polish is a great option because it's strong. It will last 2 to 3 weeks and it looks great.
Yes, and as you said, there's so many different color options.
Yes.
So if you look here, these are all gel polishes that are on display. So as you can see, you can choose from any color, a little sparkle, a little fun, and then so much more. I mean, I'm always like, oh, what color today? So you can have so much fun.
So many decisions, yes.
Another kit over here, and then of course all of these samples of how the polish actually turns out that you can kind of weave through. And so the technique really of gel polish, let's talk about that. So it is the painting, but it's just a stronger and better type of polish. Is that right?
Than your normal regular polish that we all grew up with. This gel is stronger. It lasts. It looks good 2-3 weeks.
Yes.
So it's a great option.
Yes, and like no chip, right?
It doesn't chip.
Because that's the thing about regular
polish. It doesn't fade.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's a really great option.
Yeah, that's great. And the maintenance of that, so each time someone comes in, they just get a whole new treatment.
Just a whole new polish.
Yeah, so there's no fills.
Right, they clean up your cuticles and make everything look great.
Okay, that's great. So you can have fun with the colors there. And then you said dip. So let's talk about the dip manicure.
Yes, dip is very exciting. It comes in a powder form. So it works somewhat like an acrylic, but it's less harsh.
Okay.
You can do a dip on just your natural nail, or if you like a longer nail, you can do tips with a dip also.
Okay. Yes, and that's just adding that little extension.
Yep, if
on
you
the
want a little
nail.
length on it.
Yes, and then the acrylic is basically dip, but just served up a different way on the nail.
Right.
Okay.
Instead of a dip powder, you have the acrylic powder. Mm-hmm. So you can do like an acrylic powder, or you can do just the acrylic with any of these polishes on top of it. Design work, ombre is very popular.
Okay, and just to differentiate between the two, so the dip adds an extra thickness and protection. So like
Yes.
what I get are acrylic nails. So I do an extension, a tip extension, and then the acrylic powder on top of it. And in this case, there's gel on top of it and the design,
Yes.
the foil design. And so I like this for myself. I've had everything done all of my life from the gel, which I enjoyed the gel, but I just need something that's not going to break it. I'm moving
Yes.
and doing stuff, typing, and you just want that protection. And that is
Right.
what I get. My nails do not break.
Yes, acrylic is definitely the best option if you want the strongest option.
Okay.
That's what I've done. I've had my acrylics for 2 years,
Yes.
so
That's awesome.
that's what I like
That's
the
what
best.
you like too?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And then just to also break down the dip a little bit. So with the dip, you actually put like this polish, this coat on it, and then it's actually the process of dipping your finger into this, and that's and over again with the proper polish, it creates that. So it's
Right.
actually probably the quickest method, I would
Yes.
say. Is that right?
Yes. Dip takes several layers, but the difference, instead of a gel polish, you have this dipping powder, and so the color stays a little better.
Okay, that's great. So now that we broke that down, let's talk about the shapes. The shapes
Yes,
are
the
always
shapes
fun.
are fun. We used to just always have the square or the round. We've got some newer. Stiletto is more of a sharp point.
Yes.
Then we also have almond.
Stiletto.
Almond is very popular. That's what I get.
Okay. Very
And then
nice.
I would
Oh yeah,
say-
show your nail.
Yeah,
So
so-
the stiletto is more of a pointed, doot, and then hers is more of a rounded, and then mine is more of a kind of a ballerina in a way. It's that pointed, more of a narrow square.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks great. So many fun options.
I know, I love it. And then at the end, after people finish getting their nails done, they actually can do some advanced options to make it pop, right?
Yes, we have lots of great design artists that will do really fun things with your nails.
Yes, the artwork is so
Yeah,
fun.
so much fun.
As we've shown you over here, the chrome.
Chrome is very popular.
I love chrome.
I love the shiny chrome.
Yeah, it just takes it to a whole new level. Like I said, right now I have foil on my nails, and then people can also just do advanced treatment to improve the softness
Yes.
of their skin.
One important thing we do after all the manicures, no matter what type you get, is cuticle oil.
Yes.
Cuticle oil around the nail, and then we sell it. You can take it home and do it daily.
Okay, I'm obsessed with this cuticle oil. I literally have one in my purse, in my bag, and in my car. And
Yes.
it's sold, it's only $5 for this. And it comes in a little container like this. And literally, I'm gonna show you guys because it's so easy. You pop it open, you turn it. See where we at? We turn it and allow for the oil to come out. And then once it's out, you simply just put it right around the cuticle. Okay, so you turn it, it easily comes out, and then you just place it right there, and it makes it all nice and moist. So you can just hit your nails up like that before walking into any event, a meeting, and it goes easily into your purse.
Yes, it's perfect.
And then you also have other things, nail treatment kits that people can buy and use
Yes.
at home, as well as hand creams and just so much more.
Yes, we sell a lot of our products, so you can keep them fresh at home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is awesome. Well, thank you so much, Nicole,
thank
for
you for
coming
having
in
me.
and sharing, because this is just so cool to learn about. And hopefully now people have better options
Yes.
when they come into the nail
Yes,
shop.
so much fun.
Thank you. If you would like more information about Invent's Nail Spa, we'll be sure to have their website listed below, and we'll be right back. This segment sponsored by Invent's Nail Spa.
Follow us on social media at Living Local 15.
This segment sponsored by Foster Financial. Welcome to Wealth Wednesday, where we give financial advice from Caleb Doan, who is the Vice President of Foster Financial. Hi, Caleb.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Thanks very much.
Yes. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about a couple of different types of retirement accounts, right?
Yep.
So retirement accounts and non-qualified accounts. So can you start by breaking down what is the difference between the two?
Yeah, absolutely. So they're kind of like two big categories of overall investment accounts. And most of the time when people think of investment accounts, they think of those retirement accounts, which are their, Roth IRAs, their 401k, maybe a traditional IRA. And those actually have special tax privileges associated with them, but they also come along with some extra rules that the government puts on those accounts too. Non-qualified accounts, on the other hand, are not necessarily for retirement, but then they also don't get some of those tax privileges. And so sometimes there's needs for both of them in people's overall financial plan. But starting with those, sort of retirement accounts, typically, they're tax advantaged, but one of the main rules associated with them is that you actually can't withdraw the money until you're 59 and a half years old.
It's that half.
Yeah.
It's every time.
They
Yes.
love to do it for some reason.
It's so weird.
I know, it's odd. So, it's great to take advantage of kind of the tax advantages associated with those. And of course, people need to have money set aside for after the age of 59 and a half, because that's typically when people retire. But a lot of people will say, what if I need to get some money before 59 and a half? What if I get, married in 10 years or move in 10 years or want to take a big 25th wedding anniversary vacation or something like that prior to retiring. And that's sometimes where some of these non-qualified or sometimes you'll hear them called brokerage accounts can come into play.
And so are there certain names of the non-qualified accounts that we will be familiar with? Yeah,
a lot of times you'll hear them called just like an individual brokerage account, or a lot of like married spouses have joint brokerage accounts. And so there's a couple kind of rules that are not applied to those brokerage accounts that can be helpful to take advantage of. One is that you can withdraw the money anytime you want from like a joint brokerage account. So you could put money in there today, and a year from now you could pull the money out. There wouldn't be any penalties associated with it, which is awesome. And then the second thing is there's no contribution limit on these accounts. So with a lot of the retirement accounts, the 401k, the Roth IRA, with a Roth, if you're under 50 years old, you can only contribute, it's like $6,500 in 2023. With a brokerage account or non-qualified account, you can contribute pretty much everything that you want in there. And so there's kind of different pros and cons to each of these accounts, but sometimes using both can be good for people.
And so for the non-qualified accounts, is there a particular age limit?
No, you can pretty much open it whenever you want, and you can withdraw it whenever you want. And so I've seen these work really well, especially for people maybe under the age of 50, because they have a longer time until retirement. And so there's more area for them to potentially need to make those withdrawals prior to 59 and a half. So it can be great for them. And a lot of times, if people already have what I often call their emergency fund saved up, let's say they have $15,000 or $20,000 in cash that they could immediately get to if there were some big expenses. If they have extra money on top of that maybe they don't need immediately, but they're a little worried about setting it aside all the way for retirement, sometimes these brokerage accounts can be really good, where we say, hey, we can get some market returns on this money, but you can still withdraw it in 5 years if you need to.
So I think I'm thinking, what is the main difference then between a non-qualified account and just a savings account?
Yeah, so the non-qualified, you can actually invest it in the market. So of course, a savings account, you're putting it in cash. The bank gives you, a percent on interest or whatever it might be. But the true benefit of the non-qualified is that you can invest it in the market. And typically when you put money in the market, you want to have at least a 5-year time horizon on that money. And so we can invest it, get some of those market returns. And of course, there will be market fluctuation along the way. But the ideal scenario is that after 5 or 10 years, you'll have a gain in the account, and then you can make the withdrawal.
Okay, so should people consider having one of each or having both types to diversify the portfolio, as we kind of talked about before?
Exactly, yeah. No, that's the great word to kind of think of, is the diversification there. So a lot of times, especially when people are, under the age of 50, we'll set them up with retirement accounts, and then we'll also do maybe a joint kind of non-qualified account as well. Just so, if they have big expenses prior to retirement, you can still tap into that account as well.
Right. And with the retirement accounts, of course, the biggest thing, as we talked about, is the tax benefit. Are there any tax benefits to the non-qualified accounts?
So with the non-qualified accounts, you contribute to it with after-tax dollars. So money that you've kind of already paid income taxes on. And when you contribute to the account, you only pay taxes on the gain. And so if you were to put in $10,000 into a non-qualified joint account and it grows to 15, you pull all $15,000 out, you actually only pay capital gains tax on the $5,000 of growth. And for most people, the capital gains tax is 15%. So it's actually even less than what your typical income tax is for most people.
Something to ponder on. Thank you, Caleb.
Absolutely.
Thanks for sharing that and breaking that down. We appreciate it.
Yeah, sure thing.
And if you would like more information about Foster Financial or to receive your complimentary consultation, we'll have their phone number listed below to give them a call, and we'll be right back. This segment sponsored by Foster Financial.
Living Local 15, proudly driven by the Kelly Automotive Group.
You may be traveling over the summer, so we wanted to share some top-tested travel products that will help you relax, give you a peace of mind, and let you enjoy your next vacation. Olivia Horton is here with Best Reviews to share more.
It's a good idea to start stocking up on some traveling essentials, especially if you're planning to take a long trip. Joining us now with products to make your traveling a breeze is Jacob Palmer with Best Reviews. Jacob, thanks for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me. It's summer travel season, so we brought everything you could possibly need.
Well, the first thing that I could possibly need is getting some good sleep.
Yeah, and so this is an eye mask. Everybody knows about the eye mask. They've been popular for popular travel accessory for a super long time. This one, though, takes it up another level. You can feel on it how plush it is, and then when you put it over your eyes, it will drown out any amount of light that could possibly get in. In our testing, they absolutely loved it. And a little bonus tip with it, you can put it in the freezer wherever you land, and if you're having a headache from traveling, let it cool you down a little bit and relieve some pressure that way.
Well, that's drowning out the light, but what about drowning out the noise?
Yeah, and so these are the Apple AirPod Max. And yes, these in our testing lab at Best Reviews stood out for being the absolute best for drowning out the noise. They're so cool because they're, number one, they're really comfortable. And number two, they pair to your phone very easily. And then what's great about them as well is that when you're on an airplane and you throw in your headphones and you can't hear your music, you can't hear your podcast or whatever, that will never happen with these. The trade-off here, though, they are quite expensive, so look out for some bargains coming up in the next year or so.
Well, these are both good travel options, and you can't go traveling without putting all of your stuff in some tiny capsules. Tell me about this product.
People that love to travel with product know how big of a hassle it can be, and these are from Cadence, and they're called the Cadence capsules, and what they allow you to do is bring all of the different products that you would want to bring with you, but that can get expensive. You don't want to take the big bottles with you all the time because TSA might take them away from you. This is sized in a way to make sure that TSA won't take it away from you, and you can bring every single product you want in a travel size portion.
I love that. And also, you can't go traveling, everybody, without having a charger for your phone and all of your other technology.
Especially if you're traveling far away, you want to make sure that you've got your phone, you've got your devices all juiced up. We've been testing portable chargers basically since we became a company in 2014, and this one was our favorite out of any of them that we've tested. It's from Duracell. That's not hard to tell from looking at it. It looks like a Duracell battery.
It does.
And what's great about it is that it basically can take a device from dead to full battery 3 times before the portable charger itself needs to be recharged.
Oh, wow.
Absolute standout product. We loved this one. And it's fairly affordable.
Well, when it comes to standout products, what about for your skin coming off of that plane?
Yeah, a lot of people, they don't love the feeling of flying for obvious reasons. It can leave you feeling kind of gross.
Yeah.
This from Summer Fridays is one of our favorite products. It's called the Jet Lag Mask. And what's great about it is that it helps you kind of rehydrate your skin after being in that dry plane environment. And so a lot of people want to restart after being on a plane. This is our favorite product to do so.
And you can't get on a plane without the super suitcase itself. What about this luggage?
Again, you know, a lot of these products we brought, they have a lot of different features. They have a lot of different things about them. Sometimes at Best Reviews, we just like to get back to the basics and test a bunch of suitcases side by side. And when we did that this year, this bag from Mono stood out as our absolute favorite. It's got a bunch of different features to it in terms of making sure that you pack more efficiently. But what really made it stand out from everything else is that it's got better materials, it's more durable, and it's easier to navigate around an airport. A lot of people have been looking at upgrading their luggage because they have gotten better in a lot of ways. This was our favorite in terms of how much better luggage has gotten.
Well, you just made summertime travel a little bit easier, Jacob, so thank you so much.
And thanks so much for having me.
Of course. For more on these products, you can head to bestreviews.com or scan that QR code on your screen.
Best Reviews is owned by our parent company, Nexstar. For more information and to find more product reviews, go to our website, WANE.com.
Have an idea for the show? Want to find out how you can be a guest? Contact us at livinglocal15@wayne.com.
Thank you so much for tuning in today. You can rewatch episodes of Living Local 15 on WANE.com and also by downloading the WANE app. And remember, it's never too late to live your best life, so start living it today. And I look forward to seeing you here tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Content segments during today's Living Local 15 were paid for by these sponsors.